you know, the whole state, city, they know we dropped a top 30 list.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
You were on it. How do you feel about your position where you were at? You know, how do you feel about the overall list?
You know, when I first moved back to Dallas, you know, I used to have mixed emotions about the list, you know, because what happened was my fans would tweet like, yo, they don't got Fat Pimp on the list. And I think at the end of the day, it's all about, how can I put it? It's just about opinions, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, man, you don't know who the collective people are who had these opinions about you. I'm just glad that at the end of the day I moved back to Dallas and got back on my grind and touched those people who I didn't touch before. So at the end of the day, I respect anybody who put me in a top 30 list, period. You know what I mean? Because one thing about Dallas we never had that competition. And that's what I think it's gonna turn into now. It's a competition. And a lot of people are scared of competition.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, who's number one on the list right now?
You Nation.
Nation, come on. Like at the end of the day, man, Nation, they doing their thing. And so people who think they're better than Young Nation, they gonna want to compete to be better so they can make number one on the list next time. So it's cool. I love it.
Personally, do you think you could have been higher though?
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, it really don't matter to me. Cause me personally, man, I feel like I done paid my dues for this city. I done gave a blueprint on what it takes to get a major deal. And a lot of these people ain't seen major deals. They ain't done the shows that I've done. They ain't done the features that I've done. They haven't done none of the accomplishments that I have done since I've been doing this music. It don't matter. As long as I was on the list, that means at the end of the day, those people who made the list, they starting to finally give me my credit. So it is what it is.
Right. You threw a big concert. I didn't show up personally. I was busy doing. I heard about it. You know, I've seen pictures. I heard it was an outstanding turnout. Talk about, you know, how that came about.
To be honest with you, man, like my manager came up with the idea because I had been living in Houston all these years. I was just bouncing back and forth, coming to Dallas this week and on the weekends. And when I finally moved back home, a lot of people knew my music. They just never knew my face. Like you might say, rolling off an X, like damn, ain't that what's his name, Fat Pimp? You know, I got to think about it. So what my manager's been trying to do at this point is brand my name, brand my face, brand my music. So he was like, yo, let's do this House of Blues. Got in touch with the people at Live Nation. They approved the show. And for those that don't know, it's like that's really like my first time ever having my own show in Dallas where it's I'm not opening up for somebody or it's not at a nightclub. This was strictly people coming to the House of Blues just to see me. On the flyer, they had no opening acts, no nothing. It was straight Fat Pimp. And for those who don't know, that really was my biggest fear ever in life, was coming home from Houston and doing the show and then flop. Not saying I don't feel like I'm successful, but one thing about Dallas is people look for an opportunity to mess you up or look for opportunity to hate on you. And when I seen the people that actually showed up and bought the tickets, some of them even paid $20 at the door to come in, man, I'm so grateful and I'm so humble for that experience. And I think we might have been like 40 tickets off from actually selling out that venue. So, man,
that's history.
Y'all have no idea. For those that didn't come, don't trip. We got a DVD coming with it. And the ones that came, I want to personally thank y'all for showing up.
Right. So what's the biggest difference between Dallas now and then Dallas back in 03, 04, 05?
A lot has changed, man. First things first, you know, when you say you coming from, let me give you an example. Say you coming from Oklahoma, cut the radio off. What are you gonna hear? You're gonna hear the Futures, you're gonna hear the Drakes, you're gonna hear T.I., Lil Wayne, Jeezy. You're not gonna hear the local music as much no more. When I first got on the game, you used to hear Dallas music like pretty much every other song, every 2 songs you would hear. That's the #1 thing. I think with that, it strives people to have to find other avenues to become successful. That's when you got people like ADD who got the underground music scene. They don't need the radio. So it's like a gift and a curse right now. You got the people like me where I was birthed on the radio. Yeah, I did the clubs, but at the end of the day, the radio is pretty much what made my career and allowed me to get a major deal. So it's like now you got to actually go out to these other markets, Houston's, the Atlanta's, LA, Miami. You got to work your project a little different than you used to. I don't really feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like at the end of the day, they removed the crutch that we used to have in that. I feel like we had a crutch at one point. All you had to do back in the day was come up with something catchy. If the beat jam and the program director approved of it, it was going on the radio 30, 40 spins a week. And so it's just like now, man, it's a lot of complaining going on versus people actually coming up with a plan and executing and actually putting that plan into motion. I feel like Dallas is wide open. Like I don't know, are we top 5, number 4 in the market?
Number 4 or 5.
Number 4 or 5. Either it really doesn't even matter. It just lets you know at the end of the day how successful you can be if you become successful in your own environment, man. I live in Houston for so long, man. They don't do no complaining out there. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just think that people gotta understand we really have what it takes to be successful. We just gotta put it in. Gotta put it to use. Why is Dallas not on Main Street? What I think happens is, and this is my personal opinion, if it offends anybody, it is what it is. I think what Dallas doesn't do is step up to the plate and support when you need to support. Let me elaborate. When Dero was the nigga out here, and everybody was talking about Dero, instead of all the rappers supporting him, whether you like his music or not, they try to find shit about him and hate on him. I don't care what if he from Lancaster or not. At the end of the day, if he the nigga in the city, when other people come here, they need to be like, damn, Dero is that nigga. Because it's going to come a time where Dero buzz might be going like this, and you trying to come up, and Dero might have that plug to call at E1 and be like, hey, Black, I need you to sign b-hamp, or I need you to sign Kid Swagger. And that's how you keep the money flowing in. But that is one thing about us out here, we don't support each other. I see the sub-tweets everybody do. When somebody's on the radio and they not on the radio, they start hating. Young Nation gets the deal, everybody start hating. It's just so much shit going on. If people took the energy that they use and they hating on somebody and they just create the picture like we all get along down here, we can get to the money. Like, you know, we just use Houston for example. They ride Kurt Cobain dick so hard down there now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like him, but at the end of the day, he on the mainstream level, so they supporting him. Because what it does is it brings the spotlight back on Houston. You know what I mean? Like when, who else was hot out there? When B-King. You know what I mean? Niggas didn't know if my bro was from Houston or Dallas because, you know what I'm saying, Houston was on his dick, and then everybody in Dallas, instead of them supporting their own, they support my nigga B-King. So at the end of the day, I say that to say this is like, when record labels come out here to Dallas, they don't think we got our shit together because nobody supports each other. And I know for a fact, it's been A&Rs who came in from Def Jam, Atlantic, Epic, and the first thing they do is they'll ask another rapper, who's a hot nigga in Dallas? And instead of them being real and be like, Lil Ron is that nigga. You know what I mean? Themselves. Just straight up, they'll say, shit, you know, what's my partner, Lil John or something. and then, so what the record label's like, nah, them niggas ain't got their shit together. And that's not wrong with you upping your partners, but like sometimes, man, if you just step back and say, fuck it, I'm going to support what's already out there just so we can get the spotlight back on my city. Because, not to switch subjects, but I was down here Super Bowl All-Star, and nobody in Dallas had no paid shows. I know for a fact, because every one of the promoters who was booking shows was from out of town, they're from Miami. All my Houston partners, had the strip clubs on lock. And all the artists, they had to pay to get in the clubs in Dallas, you know what I mean? It's a damn shame, but the truth hurts. And so I'm just one of these niggas nowadays, man, I'm like, look, I don't care what hood you from, how you rap, as long as you putting on for Dallas and you trying to uplift my city, I'ma ride with you. That's why we got this shit called Woe Gang. You know what I mean? Like, Woe Gang is we over everything. It's taking the eye out of shit and putting it about we. So, Hamp, when I moved home, I was Hamp hype man everywhere he went to. Regardless if I feel how I feel about the song or I feel about the situation, I'ma ride for that nigga. I fuck with Kid Swagger, Lil Ronnie, Young Nation, whoever doing something, I'm rocking with him, man. Just straight up, it ain't no hate in my blood, man. 12 for that shit. I actually just finished up the mixtape, Baddest I Wanna Be Part 3. It's gonna be exclusively on live mixtapes, hosted by DJ Ticketmaster. Excuse me. My DJ Static. I got about 17 tracks on there, all original beats. It's really been almost a year and a half since I dropped my last mixtape on live mixtapes. I just kind of went through that period where I was caught up if I want to go back, you know, living a regular life, I still want to do this rap shit, man. And my fans are the ones who keep asking me to do this mixtape. Anybody knows my mixtape don't sound like the shit that's on the radio. I try to give people the real Fat Pimp, you know what I mean? The Fat Pimp that I'm in my car thinking, you know what I'm saying, the songs that I come up with. So I got 17 tracks on there. I got T-Cash on there, Dosky G. I got Mr. Fab out of the Bay, and Superstar, my nigga Superstar on there, man. And shout out to my little bro Will Instrumentals out of Funky Town, man. Like, a lot of people don't know, man. This nigga's the truth, man. He's a producer slash writer slash rapper, man. He produced maybe like 5 or 6 tracks on there, so shout out to him. And what else I got? Oh yeah, Left Right. Shit, my single Left Right, you know what I mean? On the radio, on the mix show. We're working hard trying to get in full rotation, man, but you know how the politics shit go, man. You gotta play that game, man. You gotta just keep pushing. So we're gonna shoot a video real soon. We're gonna do it in Dallas. And hopefully we're gonna get it on the radio worldwide.
Who do you think is the next to blow out of Dallas?
Man. No, man, I put it to you like this. I got 3 niggas. And I'm not being biased when I say this shit, man. But number 1, I think Lil Ronnie, hands down, what every city I done went to and done my shows at, when this music come on, they go crazy. I would like to see him blow up. Young Nation. People outside of Texas is always jamming Young Nation. Young Nation to me got that commercial look to him. It's just, it's the new DSR for us, you know what I mean? And my last one probably, I gotta give it up to my little nigga Kid Swagger, man, because that nigga got more haters. more haters, more videos. It's like the more y'all talk about this nigga, man, the more he go in the studio and he do his thing, man. I don't know, I got nothing but respect for Swagger, man. And really outside of him, fuck, I gotta pick 2 more, man. I gotta give my nigga T Cash, man, you know what I'm saying? Cause just on that street shit, man, T Cash is that nigga, man. You know, it ain't no knocking nobody else. T Cash is consistent, man. You know how I make that street shit and that club shit. Then I would like to see AD Lee do that thing too, man, cause that's a different style of music, man. And I really don't feel like they get the credit, you know, for them pushing the envelope. You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's my top 5. That's what I'm gonna call them, my top 5.